In a quiet corner of Newark, Ray Walker tends to his bees. He monitors the bees, checking the temperature in their hive, watching for queen bees to produce more bees, and keeping an eye out for disease or parasites. Walker uses natural, traditional beekeeping methods to manage his collection of hives called an apiary. He even uses native Delaware plants, including dried hop cones, to produce smoke to calm the bees down.
And I also use staghorn and sumac blooms. These are old-timey beekeeping practices that have kind of been lost over time.
The bees use chemical signals to communicate, and the smoke interrupts those signals. It's a process that Walker, a former chemical engineer at DuPont, can relate to.
That's one of the things that fascinates me, is these naturally occurring compounds that biologically signal different messages to the bee colony. We need more pollen. We need more nectar. I think there's roughly 30 different messages that they use, so they have a very social structure.
Walker is one of more than 200 registered beekeepers in Delaware, and making sure all those hives are registered is part of Megan McConnell's job. She recently took on the role of state apiarist.
The main goal of the state apiarist is kind of to work with the beekeepers throughout the state and make sure that we aren't getting any kind of new diseases that could come into our state.
She gave us a look inside a pair of beehives recently set up at the Department of Agriculture headquarters in Dover.
So the colony on the left is a nucleus colony that we bought about a month ago. And then the colony on the right is a swarm that we caught on the Delaware Memorial Bridge.
In addition to educating beekeepers and the public, McConnell also monitors bees being brought into Delaware to help farmers with pollinating their plants.
We get a lot of bees that come from out of state, from Florida, Maryland, New Jersey, and West Virginia to pollinate our watermelons and cucurbids, pumpkins, pickles, things like that. We probably have about 3,000 colonies that come in or out of our state or that permanently stay in the state of Delaware.
She's on the lookout for threats to the bee population, and there's no shortage of hazards, especially because so much bee habitat in Delaware has been paved over and urbanized.
We have a lot of things we have to worry about. We have pesticides, applying too much pesticides. We also have to worry about a lot of different diseases and parasites that are in the honeybee colonies. So we have a varroa mite. It's kind of like a little tick. It's the same size on a bee as it would be for a dinner plate on us, and it's sucking its blood and transferring different types of viruses.
Last winter, about 43% of Delaware's bee colonies died, a higher than normal total according to the National Bee Informed Partnership.
Yeah, we lose a lot of colonies in the winter from viruses and infections, bacteria and fungal infections. And that's part of beekeeping, is recognizing diseases, and that's where the state apiarist, Megan, helps beekeepers identify different kinds of infections.
To help improve the chances of survival for Delaware bees, McConnell suggests planting bee-friendly plants or vegetables around your home.
Any vegetables, squash, cucumbers, pumpkins, they're going to come visit, watermelons. So if you wanted to benefit also from those plants, that would be one way of doing it.
Some Delaware chicken farmers are taking steps to help out too.
That is a goal with Delaware, that we are trying to get them to plant more pollinator-friendly buffers throughout their chicken areas.
With the help of the Delmarva Poultry Industry Group, chicken farmers are planting these buffers, which attract bees, but the plant roots also trap nutrients, which in turn helps improve water quality. Every little step helps, and for keepers like Ray Walker, it's a fulfilling hobby.
You have to be dedicated to keeping your bees healthy and providing them the nutrition and monitoring diseases and mites, and it's a lot of physical work, so that discourages a lot of people that work full-time. There aren't that many hours in the day, but fortunately for us retired guys, it's a perfect fit.